The Demolition Woman is back in Big League Wrestling.
Yep, and she's here to make a mark and potentially take away the Big League Wrestling Women's Championship, Dave.
Well, she's a former BLW Women's Champion. Who can forget that win she had over Chantal Jordan all the way back at BLW, one night only, to win that championship.
Well, you know she wants it back.
But here's the thing. LA Taylor has never been pinned in a match for that championship. She later had a chance to take it away from Nina Samuels when Samuels was champion. Samuels only won that match by countout, and that's because she somehow was able to tie the leg of LA Taylor to the ring post on the outside, preventing her from getting back in the ring. Otherwise, that could have had a very different outcome, and BLW history might look very different.
I'm pretty sure we are not going to see anything like that tonight. Well, I'd like to think we're not going to see anything like that tonight.
But here comes the champ. Diana Strong defeated Raven Creed for the vacant BLW Women's Championship back at Rebirth in November. Title that was vacated due to the injury to Hannah Taylor. Taylor, I'm pleased to say, is well on the road to recovery, and she is waiting in the wings. She will be, as I understand it, the next in line to challenge whoever is BLW Women's Champion coming out of Cool Tides this evening.
So you know she's going to watch this match very closely. You know what I mean? She'll be there studying the tape, seeing, and then she'll watch this match for sure.
And this is a challenge here in terms of legitimacy for Diana Strong, because having won a title by not beating a champion, it was a vacated title, there's always that question mark. Until you've actually defeated someone, with no disrespect to her opponent back in November, until you've defeated someone with the pedigree, the caliber of LA Taylor, with a championship in her past, there will always be those critics who say you are not a legitimate champion until you have proved it. Well, tonight, she gets the chance to prove it.
Introducing first to my left, your challenger from the West Country, the Demolition Woman, L.A. Taylor. And to my right, protected by her opponent, she is your reigning and defending Big League Wrestling Women's Champion, the Polish powerlifter, Diana Strong.
Strong by name and strong by nature. That powerlifting background of the BLW Women's Champion could be essential here, Steve, against LA Taylor.
Exactly, who isn't a slouch in the strength area either. But look, both ladies both show respect to the referee, both show respect to the ring announcer. We have a split in the crowd.
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of respect for both competitors here.
Absolutely.
Because they conduct themselves as champions. As we know, they have both been champions, Strong currently and Taylor in the past, and we're going to see
And a
handshake.
show of respect as well.
Well, that's what we like to see, and unfortunately, it's all too rare. Now, this is an interesting start, though, because as Strong is, when you've got that height advantage, like LA Taylor does, that gives you the leverage upper hand in a collar and elbow tie-up like that.
Absolutely. I mean, there's got to be a good 5 inches in height difference there.
Taylor, though, is used to being able to physically overpower almost every opponent that she finds herself in there with. That may not be the case against Strong. Even though Taylor is the physically taller of the two, we know the strength of Poland's Diana Strong.
And look. She can't even take her over. Okay, this is going to be a very physical match for both ladies.
And Taylor refusing to be taken down. I think it's a headlock takedown attempt that we've seen a couple of times there from Strong.
You're back into the headlock.
It could be a real war of attrition between these two as this match goes on. Taylor trying to lift up Strong, who quickly regained her footing, held on to that headlock. This is it's a good idea, I think, maybe from Strong to try and cut off the oxygen supply to the brain early on, try and slow down.
Oh, she got her over.
Taylor finally
Got her over.
And that was smart as well, because what she did there was to use the ropes to give her that extra leverage. Give her that momentum she needed.
Oh,
I'm sure if both.
she had to have her wits about her then, though.
Yeah, I think Strong could have had a case there. Maybe both her shoulders went
Oh my
down.
God.
But certainly both of Taylor's shoulders are down.
Wow,
for the
what
one
a
count.
pinning, wow, combination there. I don't think I've seen that before, Dave Taylor. You?
Well, this is the thing. A lot of people, as this match
Taylor?
was
Sorry,
announced,
Dave Bradshaw.
a lot of people in this match was. There's a lot of Taylors. Hannah Taylor's waiting for
Wow.
whoever wins this.
I'm
as well.
sorry, yeah, I literally got Taylor on my brain at the minute. It's, yeah, like you say, there's a lot of Taylors. Hannah Taylor, like you say, is going to be watching this match intensely, to see what's going to come out of either opponent, because she is next in line for a shot.
And again, respect there from Taylor, who backed off, gave the clean break in the corner. Now, though, quickly resuming hostilities here. And Hurricane Rana takedown from Strong.
Oh, there you go, wise.
Yeah, take out that.
Chop down the tree.
Yeah, take down the vertical base. Strong getting on top in the leg. And I don't think maybe Strong thought she was going to get the win there, but what she did do was to force LA Taylor to exert more energy in kicking out. To that cravat lock now, though. Twisting the neck here is LA Taylor. And this is what's interesting, Steve, is when this match was announced, people talked about it being just power versus power, but we're seeing great technical acumen from both of these women here.
Absolutely.
Although, saying that, the power coming back maybe. LA Taylor spinning around and around. And dropping Strong. Strong tried to block that, and I think that meant she took the brunt of the impact on her left knee.
Now, is that going to factor into this match? Maybe not now, but soon. Oh.
Taylor bringing all her weight down on the back of the neck there, the throat of Diana Strong, forced into that middle rope. And those ropes are essentially steel cables. Not much give on those.
Big clothesline.
Taylor, again, looking for the victory. Strong kicking out. This is the thing, when you're the BLW Women's Champion, you're going to face opponents of all shapes and sizes, of all styles. And here, Diana Strong facing one of, if not the, most powerful woman on the British wrestling scene, Cornwall's own LA Taylor.
You say you take out that jaw. Wow.
Strong showing a bit of speed here, a bit of smarts as well to go underneath for the cover, and another near fall for the champion.
We're seeing it all in this match. Speed, agility, strength. Oh, wow. Speaking of strength.
Taylor just catching the champion in midair. Get on to that full Nelson position here. And swinging her around. Dropping her down, the pressure on the back of the neck as she was swinging around there must have been unbearable.
We should just picked her up like a rag doll.
It is genuinely jaw-dropping, the strength of LA Taylor. Here comes Taylor, running in, gets that knee right.
And that was
the jaw.
right in the kisser.
Strong sent back into the corner.
And another one.
Yeah, another knee. Taylor inflicting a lot of punishment here on the champion. What does she have in her locker? She's fighting back.
And look at the face. There's no change in that facial expression. Oh my God, headbutt.
Man, that rattled the brain of Strong, who dropped down to a knee. Taylor may have hurt herself though on the headbutt as well. Now, Taylor forcing the champion over the knee, arching that back, looking for a submission victory
I was
here.
going to say, you can win that title on a submission. Pinfall or submission.
What does a hold like this do to the human body, Steve? You explain this for people watching at home. How painful is this?
Well, let's put it this way. There's a chiropractor waiting to make a lot of money off of wrestlers.
Taylor changed the tack, realizing the submission wasn't going to work, converted that into a short arm clothesline, nearly took Strong's head off.
Say, she nearly took her head off. That's it. Oh, I thought that was it. I honestly thought that was it.
It wasn't it because the shoulder came up, but having said that, that was not
close.
It was not the most persuasive of kickouts there. It was only narrowly and somewhat timidly that shoulder came up off the mat. That is a worrying sign if you are a supporter here of Diana Strong.
Now, the longer it goes, and I'm talking about the wind in these girls, you know, both are conditioned really well, but is the stamina there? Oh, she went for a Lou Thez press.
And it takes her down. The Lou Thez press eventually working because through just that flurry of strikes, Taylor did finally end up down on the canvas. Taylor's been rocked by the ferocity of the offense here of Diana Strong. Gets the elbow up.
And another one.
Yeah, right to the face of Taylor.
Going for a third.
Knee this time from Strong.
And Taylor's down to one. Well,
look at Strong. Saw their body language there, making that belt gesture to say she's about to retain the title. But that may have been premature because LA Taylor.
oh wow. Did you see that, Dave Bradshaw?
Great innovation.
Is that it? Is that it?
From Strong into the DDT.
No, 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 no.
The Demolition Woman powers out.
And that was instinct. That was instinct. If you could see the eyes of LA Taylor at the minute.
Yeah, they look like they're glazed over, but even on instinct, the pure power of which she was able to kick out is frightening. Strong trying to lift Taylor up into a fireman's carry.
I think we saw shades of this earlier on. Oh, she got her up. She got her up.
Yeah, couldn't keep her there, though. Taylor shoves her away. And Taylor has her up to a Samoan drop. LA Taylor.
That could be it. That could be it.
New champion here, no.
Oh, wow. Like, Dave, this match could go either way. It's one move away from it changing, you know? But it's very, very evenly matched.
And of course, there is a champion's advantage here in the sense that if we did get close to that 20-minute time limit, if this were to be a draw, then Strong would keep the title.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not close to that yet, but that is an issue for LA Taylor. She is the one playing against the clock in a way that Strong does not have to.
Again, one of the new things that this new general manager has brought in is a 20-minute time limit on the matches.
Taylor trying to go maybe for a superplex here. Strong didn't let that happen.
Oh, she's not going to get it down off that.
Got a big right hands there from Taylor to prevent herself from being, well, it looked like it was a powerbomb attempt, I think, from Diana Strong.
Oh, and a kick there. Look at this. Another kick.
Got her right in the face with that kick.
Oh, I know. I think I can see what she's going for here. No, couldn't get her over.
And this time,
oh, she did that time.
Yes, she does. Went back for the powerbomb, and this time able to get it.
And the Weymouth crowd is coming up right now.
LA Taylor holding the back of her head. With a hell of an impact.
Oh!
Speaking of impact, the running knee. Taylor may be unconscious. Yes, she is. Diana Strong
Wow.
makes a statement as she retains the title. Well, that puts to rest any doubts whatsoever about Diana Strong as BLW Women's Champion. And having just beaten one Taylor, the question for another, are you watching Hannah Taylor? Because it is going to take one titanic effort to dethrone Diana Strong.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that was down the middle on that match. Honestly, Dave Bradshaw, seriously, it could have gone either way. Could have gone either way.
several points. But champions, when it comes down to it, find a way to win, and that is what Diana Strong just did. All right, look at this. Face to face again.
Absolutely, there's been nothing but respect during this match. That is the one thing you can say. Absolutely nothing but respect during this match.
A handshake at the beginning, a handshake and a hug at the end. Fierce rivals, bell to bell. But that enduring respect between these two women, very, very impressive.
You know, although she didn't win tonight, you can't take anything away from LA Taylor. She has the size, she has the ring capability, you know, it's just tonight wasn't her night, Dave.
I think her night will come once again. LA Taylor continues to be one of the most spectacularly impressive competitors that we have in BLW. But the woman at the top of the mountain right now remains Diana Strong.